So, we need to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And again, just like on previous videos, I'm a big Blue Beetle fan, big Flash fan, big Spider-Man fan, big Transformers fan. Again, I love basically all the fandoms, but focusing back to TMNT here. I wasn't introduced to them through the cartoons like most people were. My first interaction with them was through The Secret of the Ooze, their second movie. And just off that, I have fallen in love with each of the turtles, seeing just their aspects and what they contribute as a team. And so, fast forward, there was the TMNT movie, and that was also good. I liked it. Then, fast forward again, we get the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and while they had their own take of doing it, it just really didn't feel like teenagers, if that makes sense. Because again, most of the iterations, I have seen some of the cartoons and all that, they've focused on either the Teenage Mutant Ninja part, the Mutant Ninja Turtles part, Ninja Turtles, Teenage Ninja, Teenage Turtles. They've never actually, in my opinion, been able to focus on the parts that make, again, it's in the name, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so, like when I saw that they were making a movie about it, another movie, I got excited, but I also wanted to keep my hopes, not that high. Again, The Flash, I learned my lesson. Don't go in there high expectations, just minimum expectations, and this was the first movie I saw in theaters. Every other one's been on DVD or streaming or TV showings. So again, walking in there, I was like, this is my first Ninja Turtle movie I'm going to see on the big screen. I really hope this works good. And needless to say, I loved this movie. I know most people, seen that most people, their main complaint is that the teenage part. It's all just a bunch of, in the scenes where they're, talking like teenagers, that many people, especially, I guess, the adult TMNT fans weren't a big fan of it, but again, having been a teenager and being an adult now, I see what they're saying, but again, they're trying to make a TMNT story for this generation's teenagers. And again, our generation's teenagers were, again, more like Secret of the Ooze. And we had our own slang, our own terms, our own dialect, our own movements. So again, walking into this movie, I did walk in with the expectations that this would be directed towards the teenagers of this era, of this generation. I guess it would be the Gen Z teenagers. And just walking in knowing that, I had a good time. I wasn't like, oh, where's my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And the story, I thought, was good for what they were going for. And I wasn't gonna expect to get emotional, but there was a scene towards the end of the movie. Not gonna spoil it because, again, I feel like you need to go see this in the big screen. But if you've seen it, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. And the main thing I can say about it is that it shows that besides being teenagers, besides being mutants, besides being ninjas, besides being turtles, one of the main aspects is that deep down, as teenagers, they still want to be accepted. And again, if you know the scene I'm talking about, I hope you got a little bit as emotionally invested as I did when it happened, but I guess my only thing is that, again, I didn't grow up with the original cartoons, so when they introduced all the mutants, like, again, Superfly, Bebop Rocksteady, Genghis Frog, all the other mutants, I really wasn't aware of any of their backstories besides, again, just Bebop and Rocksteady from the iterations I saw in Michael Bay's live action, and then just other iterations. All the others were from the earlier first made cartoon that I never actually got a chance to see. I'm gonna get into watching it eventually, but just walking in there, I felt like maybe I would have been more invested if I knew the background to each of the mutants that were introduced. Again, but from what I saw in the movie, I liked all of them. Again, there weren't too many. Again, not a bad thing, but it does leave me wondering where they can take the story, especially after the post-credits scene, if they've already introduced most of the mutants in one movie. And then the direction they take them, I was a big fan of it. Didn't expect that direction to be taken for the mutants, but again, ask the question, where do you go from here? And again, as long as they put as much attention to the mutant, the teenage, the mutant, the ninja, the turtles parts individually and as a whole, like they did for this movie, I feel that the next one they do, and if they could continue to do it, it could work. And again, from what I saw in this movie, I had a great time, and I would strongly recommend that you go see it in theaters while it's still out. Again, and especially to the adult TMNT fans, just the only thing I would say is go in there, but have your expectations set to not our teenage era, but rather this generation's teenage dialect, slang, movements, all that. If you can do that, you'll have a great time just like I did, I hope. Again, this is all just my personal opinion, and it's not going to match with everyone else's, but I had a great time. And I hope you do too, if you go see it in theaters, which you should. And if you have already seen it, I hope you had a great time. And again, this was a good big screen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie to see. And I'm glad that I liked it, and that it made me feel like I felt when I first saw Secret of the Ooze for the first time. And that's pretty much the biggest thing I can say, is that when I saw the movie, I felt just like I did when I was a child and I watched Secret of the Ooze. And again, that's pretty much all I have to say. And we'll see each other in the next video. But again, just good movie. Great movie overall. And bye.